Previously on Star Progeny.
It's the Pulse River Music Festival. The Algoric over at Belmac are putting on a show. I'm sure you've heard of the Mech of the Obelisk. Rumor has it they're gonna send a couple of aces out there, try and take it down. 3 pilots, that's it, in front of everyone. You had started a life together, living out here in the subops. She gave you the best thing that ever happened to you, which was little Annabelle Lee. This is it. I think this will finally give us what we need to fix up Annabelle Lee's sickness. We just need one big payday, and we can get her back into that dome and see the real doctors.
The only reason Seasea has a family is because it was found, and she would hate to put a child in that situation again. So she hovers over the data shard, and then she presses the shutdown.
Walking around the corner, you see Tank. I'll tell you what, I'll give you one chance to stand down and join the prophets.
Is it painful being so lonely all the time? No family, no love. You do things out of rage. And for what? Come home to an empty bed?
Do you know why I don't have a family? 'Cause you beasts took her from me.
Hey everybody, we are the Saturday Morning Spell Kids, and thank you for tuning in. This is episode 3 of our Lancer campaign, Star Progeny. My name is Seth. I also go by Noctopus online, and other than here, you can find me and Andy, our good friend here, on Mr. Dandy DM's channel, playing on our Flag Means Doom. I'm also on Strangers Guild, and Total Party Chaos, Tales of Initiative, that's what the name of your
You got it.
I only remember the name of the show.
The only thing that matters to me.
And I think that's it. That's it for me.
Hi everybody, I'm Balatro, or Balatro_D&D. You can find me at Balatro Art on Patreon, where I make all the maps that you might be seeing today, or maybe not if we don't get into combat, who knows?
That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh my
I hate to
goodness.
say that.
Who knows? Who can say?
I do.
Who can
You
say?
know.
I can't. I don't. Improv, baby.
Hi, I'm Quinn. I'm Dingy Draws. I draw for fun sometimes, and sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't hear. So that's me. I'm not anywhere. Just here.
Hey everybody, I'm Andy. You can also find me as Valvemax010 on most socials. I'm mainly over on TikTok making little goofs and memes and gags and funny little jokes over about D&D and other nonsense TTRPGs. You can find me, like Seth said, over on Our Flag Means Doom on Mr. Dandy GM's channel. Or DM, not GM, I misspoke there. But also, you can find me over on Sir Pfeffer's Twitch Monday nights during the summer for about the next 8 weeks. As we're starting our summer series, where I play Paddy O'Shaughnessy, a kid from Boston, in a horror-themed campaign at a summer camp.
I'm sorry,
so it's
a
gonna
what?
be real fun.
No, we can't. We're not doing that.
No, wait, horror. Like scary shit.
Look,
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Boston, got it.
Talking normal. These people are wicked weird. Anyway, that's me. Yeah.
Great. Well, speaking of Ka, we pick up right after the events of last episode. Kit, you are leaning dejectedly, chin on your arms, staring out at the acid-torn landscape of Oroko. Your backpack in the back seat as you're in this space Subaru with its huge all-terrain vehicle wheels, and a larger, more armored version of yourself sits on the other side, driving in utter silence as across the landscape. Passing the land of Belmac and the Macatan terraforming station. You can see its huge smokestack as it digs its machines down into the planet, trying to make it habitable for human life. And Ripper 6 is there driving. You've been driving for many, many hours on just the most awkward road trip of your entire life.
my real life nightmare.
You like Pokemon?
Yeah.
Really?
I stopped playing after they ran out of regular colors.
I really liked Pokemon Zeta 7.
Oh yeah, the classics are fun, I guess. How much longer is it until we...
Couple hours.
Couple hours. Cool.
What's your starter?
Oh, I usually go for Blaster Rock, firefighting.
You would.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for a lot of the gyms. How much longer until we get there?
You find yourself passing the sulfur geysers. The megalith is far behind you now as you head out towards the Pulse River Music Festival, where you and Ripper Six are headed.
My boss is taking me to a music festival.
Well, technically, he's trying to become the represent ace of the megalith, and you are operating as his squire. The camera kind of pans out of the worst conversation that anyone has ever had. Any two robots have ever shared. They don't know it's happening. They don't know this is the worst one, but we do. Cosmically, this is the worst one that's ever happened
In history.
in history. And you kind of pan back, and we see like a little like a tow trailer, and there's two very standard mechs, Everests, being towed on the back of this all-terrain Subaru. So, we pan back, we see the car and the two mechs being towed, and further backward we see the surface of the region of the planet of Oroko that we've come to know. The center valley between Belmac and the Pulse River Music Festival at the edge of the Algoric Shield City, there is the huge black obelisk, and even, almost nearly from space, you can spot the giant Dark Sentinel, this humongous mech, not piloted by any person as far as anybody knows, and all around it are small drones that are constantly circling it and scanning it, and there's spotlight beams on it from Belmac, and circling Algoric ships, watching this thing, because they want it gone. It's a problem. And as a reminder, the goal of Ripper 6 is to become one of the team that's going to be sent against this thing as a big kind of showy exposition of executing it. And Kit, you are currently sitting right next to him and just absolutely miserable.
So how did you get into shipping?
I was near it when we all pulsed. I woke up and I saw it, so I walked in. You know how it is. Yeah. How'd you get into being a lackey? Big minion. Do you have a union?
No, we're not allowed to have one. I was walking.
I'm gonna roll the window down. He rolls the window down.
Yeah,
like
of
a
course,
spray of sulfuric acid just. And we pan out, and we see the Prophet's ship with the big white painted diamond on it coming back down into atmosphere, clattering and rumbling. Chunks of the satellite falling down behind it in a spray of shooting stars. As your windshield wipers wipe off the salt acid from your visor, and you see the lightning, the explosion of the MaxSat satellite that you were just on. And Ripper 6 says, "Hey, there it goes. That bomb finally went off."
Yep. I sure hope nobody survived.
Yeah, me too. That would be bad. That would be bad for us.
How bad would it be?
Oh, we'd be ruined.
We'd
be ruined. Yeah.
Even if it was just unrelated?
Well, probably decommissioned. like our memories would be expunged, and our whatever bodies and all subsequent bodies would probably be evaporated. Maybe even our whole line of models like ours would be destroyed.
Oh. I dig a finger into like a collar plate.
You had that installed just to do that motion.
It just creaks and like rips off a little bit.
You've been feeling very kind of naked in this body ever since you got into Ripper Six's replacement body without your jacket and your collar. You're just
my stickers.
You're like a standard. Like it's almost like being in a skeleton.
I had a jacket before it got
Bummer.
when the whole thing went.
He
up.
rolls up.
Do
He
you
rolls
know
up the window.
If there are any other places I could get one?
Get a jacket.
Yeah, like a. Or what, I don't know what it's called, but that kind of jacket.
What are you, cold?
Oh,
God,
No.
you are so dumb. Like, you are so dumb that I'm like, it's like overwhelming how dumb you are. And honestly, I see you and I'm like, man, I'm a hero, is what I am. Helping this dumb little idiot survive the world because and you're welcome. I'm a good guy, is what I think. And I think you're dumb. So.
so that's a no then.
He keeps driving. Meanwhile, up in that shower of storms, Seasea, your mandibles are like trying to hang on to control of the ship as it re-enters atmosphere. Oroko's got a pretty crazy atmosphere. The world-spanning storm kind of hugs the surface of the outer atmosphere along the the stratosphere, and so it gets real rocky and like full of sediment that has nowhere, like the upper pressure pushes it up into the atmosphere, and it can't fall but down usually until the weather is really still. So you're actually kind of flying through these like bits of like crystallized salt and acid and sulfur that are just bouncing off. So that's what's happening.
Cool. All right. I mean, I'm like navigating it fine because I'm
That's pretty cool.
professional, right?
Give me a d20 roll. Do you have any arguments for any abilities that you have that you think would be appropriate for navigating a ship back into orbit? Into
Does the ship
atmosphere?
have an AI?
I don't think you know.
Well then, no. I do have survive. If this counts as a harsh, hostile, or unforgiving environment.
I think I would say that. So I think that would apply, but the requirement for that to apply would be that Seasea is just fucking hanging on, right? She's looking at this as her mech is dropping into orbit and happens to be surrounded by the shell of a spaceship, not necessarily that she's steering it into orbit.
I think that because she is a cuttlefish inside of a mech, inside of a mech, inside of a ship, she is used to that scenario.
She's feeling very protected and secure.
The more layers of robotics you add.
Meanwhile,
That's gonna happen
Dolly
to
is
me.
shouting into Zaccheus' ear like, "Oh God, we're gonna die! Sugar, we're gonna die!"
We're going down in an earlier round.
I don't
Yeah.
mute Dolly, but I do like bring her volume down just a little bit.
You activate her intensity sliders and. It could be worse, I think. It could,
Okay, I will roll the d20 and then I add my survive.
D20 plus your modifier, and it's 10 and up is a success.
Nat 20, bitch.
Beautiful!
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yo.
All right.
Plus
That
2.
means you get advantage on damage for survive.
Yeah, you managed to, I think you managed to clamp on and, like, basically turn Tsunami into, like, extend all your ports and stuff and really brace your mech's shell into the sides of this thing. And you do get a lucky chance where it's like, you're going straight down, basically, and you clip into some sediment and some, like, stuck space rocks, and it helps balance you out, and you start to, like, the autopilot starts to activate, and downward thrusters start blowing as you're falling down. Zaccheus, you're in the back, and the doors only just came up, And like as the doors are coming up, you see, you're leaving space and entering the atmosphere. So like all of the gases and such start going off. All the heat on the sides as you enter the atmosphere. But you can still see the MaxSat station, and you can still see Tank standing there, looking at something in his White Witch mech as the thing closes, and you can see this just like cone of debris falling down with you. Behind you, and it's like, oh, we're making it. It's not a problem. It'll burn up an atmosphere, and then suddenly, the ship slows down, and all of that is not slowing down, heading down towards you.
Is the door still like making its way up?
Yeah, it's like maybe slower than you'd like.
Can I try and make that go way faster?
You can hook into the data pad and try and use the algoric cultural ability to reprogram the door and make it activate like slam
Speed
shut.
up those actuators like 1,000%.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that'll be a D20, and you're gonna add 2 to that.
Cool.
10 and up is a success.
Let's hope.
I believe in you. Reprogram. You were trained for this.
Okay.
You got this.
17 plus 2, 19.
All right. Yeah, you managed to get in there, and you can easily, like, you just deactivate, like, the compression, and it just slam shut.
My manipulators just go rip out the core and just wires.
You just take a little pin, and you poke a hole in the hydraulics, and like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the hard reset button.
It's like underneath.
It's really frantic until that moment, and then it's like a very precise poke. Then the big thing happens.
The door closes, and you guys get through the outer layers storm and back into atmosphere. Basically, seeing from your point of view the map of Oroco that we have on Roll20. And your ship starts, the autopilot is activating, heading down towards Granny's Tower, returning to the Prophet's Landing platform there, where you can see, Seasea, you can like zoom, and you can see there's like 40 or 50 of ships that are identical to the one that you're currently in, that it's being pulled back down towards.
So, quick cue.
Sure.
If the prophets see us, do they know that we completely...
Well, the station you're coming from just exploded pretty publicly. And their leader is there, so...
Can I will turn to Zaccheus, or I will calm Zaccheus, I should say.
Yeah.
I'll calm Zaccheus and be like, what do I know you as? Your call sign?
You know me as, you'd know me as...
Yes, Raucus.
Raucus, yeah.
Oh yeah. You see his call sign pop up, and you're like, wait, what?
Oh yeah, because I stole my mech from Raucus.
Raucus, yeah.
Yeah, so Cece will calm Raucus and be like,
Mr. Raucus, should we perhaps not land at Prophet headquarters?
There's like a moment where Zaccheus doesn't answer you because he doesn't register that he's supposed to answer to the name Raucus. So there's like a good 3 seconds of silence before he goes, oh shit, that's me. Yeah, we should definitely not land at a Prophet base if we can help it. Are we? I'll peek over. We are
you can see it's kind of tough to see, but Dolly can pull up a map into your HUD, and you can see that you're actually heading pretty much straight down towards the sub-ops and the diner where your sister works, where Lugnut is, which is not too terribly far from Granny's Tower. So you could divert there without drawing too much attention.
yes. Also, what happened to our zoo?
Well,
Zoo.
you actually, I'll say, I think you can
Okay.
see.
We didn't save him.
Yeah, you can see Hammerhands Chuck and the zoo flying also down in orbit, and he's like you can see, like you look out of your side window and you see his space frigate, and like
There's like a giraffe head sticking out of the top.
but it's got a fishbowl helmet on. The animals are not hurt.
Okay, great. I
Honk.
will,
You gotta honk
He,
him.
he comes to you, and then you hear ha ha.
Yeah.
Something that loud that you'd be able to hear would like shatter.
That's why he had to
windows.
comms it to him, because you can't hear it in
Yeah.
space.
okay, so he comes us. We hear honker. Okay, I will. Can I like text him and I'll
Yeah.
text him and just be like, "You don't know us. You never heard of us. You've never seen us." And then like that's it. I'll block him off everything.
Block him? No, our favorite adulterer.
Ghosted.
He had such good merchandising.
No,
You're right,
he's been
you're
on the show more than some fan favorites. But you do see him heading down towards the satellite dish top of the Algoric Offworld station. Like he's heading down towards the Pulse River Music Festival. So you'll probably run into
okay.
him later.
Okay, I will. Calming Zaccheus again.
Mr. Raucus, you think that we can... You are equipped with boosters, yes?
I am. I think we might be.
Oh boy.
I don't necessarily lack what you're implying.
If the ship can just autopilot to the Prophet headquarters, then we can just land, yes? And not be a part of this ship, yes? Are you picking out what I am putting down?
See some old Earth parlance.
Regrettably, I think I am. And like the only thing he's regretting is like the possibility of the amount of trouble that he may get in, which may nullify all the work he just did up there.
Yeah,
That's kind of what he's afraid about.
I mean, you can. Looking at the programming, you're in the system of the ship. You can set it to land wherever you want. You could easily communicate with this AI where CC can. So if you wanted to steer it safely down to the subops, back to where you're, and stash it, you have ways to do that. I think.
They would notice this ship missing, though, right?
Well, they think it's on the station that just blew up, so maybe not.
But what if
Scrub
they
the,
That's good.
Scrub
track
the
it?
IDs and serials and all that.
Oh, I could find that. And get rid of that.
Put it up on cinder blocks.
Paint it baby blue, sitting right there in front of the trailer. Let me say,
The Rockabilly Mobile.
I think I got an idea that may save us the trouble of having to jump out of this thing. Let me take a look at some of these panels here. And I want to try and do just that and like hack into the autopilot to recalibrate it to fly to the subops.
Cool. You actually see all of its profits information, and I think actually you find more information than you were expecting that this thing was not supposed to have on it as to the profits operation. You see that they have a underground tunnel boring into Old Town and Belmac that's secret. That this thing is like it could land there or at the tower. So like you have the address for one of their secret bases basically, and you can scrub all of that if you want and put in a new one.
Dolly,
Yeah, should.
go ahead and make a copy of this if you don't mind.
Not a problem. You want me to download it into my brain, or do you want me to make a little isolated island with a little evil AI inside?
Don't make a new AI.
Okay.
But make sure your firewalls are up to code. I don't want this thing.
Oh, shit, my firewall's not been up to code in many a year. If you're worried about viruses now, we got bigger problems.
She says that as the whole ship like shakes. Yeah, that's a good. Can you make sure you keep this little AI separate from you?
Sure, yeah, I'm not gonna just scoop out the good stuff.
Yeah,
All right.
that'll do it. But please be
Going
careful about
offline
it.
for some, looks like 6 hours. Mwah!
What?
Phew.
Uh-oh.
Then a download bar pops up. All of your HUD turns off except for this one little downloading bar in the corner.
Okay. All right. I'll see you in a little bit, Dolly. And I will hack my brains out.
You reprogram it down to the sub-ops. The next thing that you guys see is as you're bringing the ship down, autopilot steers you down into the sub-ops, and we see these big kind of square, like almost like imagine space 5/1s, just the ugliest buildings you can imagine, that have been boiled down by years and years of acidic storms blowing over here. This is what the Algoric's like stations look like outside of their shield worlds. And this is where people who are suboptimal in the Algoric's algorithms live. And you steer down into this canyon valley, kind of between the scrap heap section of the subops and the diner where you live. And the ship comes up and lands. And you find yourselves outside of Blandy's Diner. Blandy's Diner. It sure is food.
What are these?
Let's go.
Hey, wait a minute.
Blandy's Diner when there's no other options.
I'm about
This
to
is
get
cute.
I'm about to get chicken and waffles like you wouldn't believe.
Also, Jeremy, if this is a fucking phased man.
Are we gonna blow up the diner?
Don't you blow up Blandy's Diner.
You come down and you land the spaceship. Like there's like a bunch of motorcycles. There's a bunch of motorcycles. There's like an old car out back. You see a Lancaster, which is a four-legged kind of like a shipping container-looking mech with little mandibles on the front. It's used a lot for transport. You land by the sign, Blandy's Diner. It sure is food. And you can see Zaccheus. Zaccheus' sister. Zaccheus, do you remember your sister's name?
Pauline, I believe.
Pauline.
Or Paula. Was it
She's wearing a little
Pauline?
apron. She comes outside with her hands on her hips, looking real sassy. She's got her hair tied up. She's got she's got like overalls and then an apron on the front. And she steps outside as like dust starts blowing in all directions. The sun of Iroko is just pounding. And you can see there's like a small like awning that's like a force shield over the front of it. That she stands under, like looking real sassy.
I'll just walk out, wave with one of the little man.
Zaccheus! Do you have any idea how much trouble your little girl has gotten up to while you've been away?
Well, what do you mean?
And what the same fuck is that? And she points at your mech.
First things first. You know I don't like you using that kind of language around Lil Lugnet, alright? You gotta please
Lucky she ain't around then. Wait till the language I use on you.
Alright, well hold on that. And I'm like waddling out of the like back of the ship. And I've kind of completely forgotten that CC is in the front. Like, and I'm okay. Well, hold on. Now, what seems to be the problem here? And don't
What
worry about all
seems to
that.
be what seems to be the problem here is that you just landed a profit spaceship right in front of my bar out here. You know, and then she like looks down the road and you see 3 Algoric Nelsons, which are like they have these long cloaks and they wield these big lances. And they have the geodesic heads of that are common among the Algoric like police, hurrying up the road, walking in tandem with each other, heading towards you.
I think at this point too, CC climbs out like a spider, just like, upside down and then back up on top, and it's like,
Your name is Zaccheus?
I don't know who she talking to. That's
it's not like the loudspeakers too.
oh.
You sounds like you got some splaining to do. And then from inside, you see this little tan girl with a kind of short bob haircut, in a dirty t-shirt and like little shorts. She comes running out. Papa!
Well, hey there, sweet pea. Listen, we're gonna go inside and we're gonna talk about something. I don't know. Your aunt just seems to be real upset with you about something. How about
She hasn't done a single lick of homework since you've been gone, and
Okay,
I
well,
am telling
do
you, this
that.
homeschooling thing is not for me. I gotta run the whole diner by myself, and then you fly off to space, and you're dressed. What is this? Put on Dolly. I'm gonna talk to Dolly. She'll tell me what's going on.
She's down for now.
Oh, I know you
just
just
go
messed up
inside.
the one good thing you got going on.
Don't. Okay, well, hold on. That's the one good thing I got going on. I point at
Get out of that damn thing.
Annabelle. I just rush over in my mech like those brisk walks, like you're trying to be secretive and furtive, but like you're just, it's like, please go inside. There are outdoor police coming down the street, and we
Who
need
cares?
to be.
I got all my permits, all right? And those that I don't got, I forged real good.
Cece, upon hearing that, will climb down and walk a little closer, and like she turns the volume down on her loudspeaker box. And just goes,
You think you can forge some paperwork for this ship?
and she points towards the profit ship.
Well, that
do that in,
depends. Are
like,
you
the
friend?
next
And
5
she
minutes.
points at Zaccheus.
Uh,
Are you friends?
We have been through battle together. We are forged in blood and war.
Oh, you're talking that weird coven shit.
Yes.
Yes.
Bless your heart.
All right, come inside. There's a guy in here who's been looking for you anyway. I can forge you some papers, no problem.
I like her.
Crawl inside.
you're about the only one.
I heard that. You got your speakers on still.
Shut up.
When your visor comes, like your screen turns back on, you see Lugnut hanging there, like, Papa. Dun, 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 dun.
I'll open it real quick and let her in.
It's like opens like this, so she's like upside, like up here, and you're underneath, and she peeks down from above, and she says, "Look at what I made!" And she holds down a drone with like a Gatling gun on the front that's like this sized, like a bombus.
Take
I
that
did it
I'll
all
look
by
at.
myself with a couple of parts I wasn't supposed to have.
I'm very proud of the ingenuity.
Thanks, Papa.
Next time when you're dealing with live munitions, how about you wait till I get home and we can work on it together? Please?
Well, that's why I brought it to you. I had to keep it a secret this whole time because Auntie says that I'm not supposed to have guns.
You're not really supposed to have these guns. I trust you with
Well-
them, don't get me wrong. But I'd rather be there.
What about these guns? And then she jumps in your arms as you climb down.
And I'll tussle her hair.
You head down into Blandy's Diner. Heading inside, it's very busy. There's a lot of sub-ops here, Algoric, and there's a few in the corner. You can see that there's like a group of people who are like taking selfies and like, come with me to Blandy's Diner at the Algoric sub-ops on our way to Pulse River Music Festival.
Influencers.
I'm Keith Lee, and I'm here to test on.
I got Blandy's Diner. Let's try it. And rate it
This
1 through
paste
10.
bowl tastes just like paste. Authentic sub-op paste.
Can't.
Yeah, there've been a lot of them lately. They've been coming in for the festival. Come on, let's go back to the office before they come and arrest you.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Blocking a freeway.
I follow my sister.
Yeah, she comes in the office. All the four of you enter, and she sits down and she just kind of rubs her forehead, and she says, "That Raucus character has been coming around a lot lately. He's been asking for you. I assume that's what this is about." And she kind of motions back out to the outside where your mecha's standing.
That was the job I got. Yep.
So that's your plan? Is to deal with him?
I don't have to do it multiple times. this was a one-time thing, and it was just to get, and I'll, like, lean closer to her so, like, the rest of the room won't hear as much. It's like, it was just to get a pass into the city. Once I got that, I won't need to do all this.
How many times are you going to try that? I'm telling you, they know when a forgery is a forgery. They're going to figure you out.
I thought you said you were the best.
I am the best, and that's how you know you can't get in with the forgery. At least tell me you got it.
I'm gonna get it as soon as I talk to Raucus.
You're gonna get it.
Yeah. And that one will be real.
And who's your introduce me?
If I may interject, I can't be here if Lucas is here.
You do look an awful lot like him. Are you like Robot Brothers?
You hear the exhaust of like air being vented from the big ship, the big mech from
Outside.
Nami, and then a little mech comes out of the big mech, and wheels its way over as it kind of climbs out and goes. It turns to the Zaccheus.
We're family, yes?
You and me?
Yes.
Wow, you move fast.
I was gonna. I met you today. I mean,
you move
got me
real
out of a really tight
fast.
pinch. Hold on. None of that. Turn it around.
And therefore, we have been forged in blood and war, yes?
You've been saying that a whole lot. I don't.
We have killed many.
It wasn't intentional on my end. I didn't want to get. I just wanted to come up there and press a couple buttons. What are you talking about? What
And
is
I had
going
the
on?
option of sacrificing that to save your daughter, or give you the option of allowing your daughter into the city.
Or whatever that secret was. My bad. She didn't say that out loud.
So I have a really great
She
hearing
goes.
for a fish.
It's all automated.
And therefore, I have gained your trust. Yes?
You've done right by me, so I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that you've gained my trust.
And you are not Raucus, correct? Despite piloting his ship?
Technically, I didn't even pilot his ship. It was a bit of a. Well, I don't want to brag, but I kind of built Ms. Dolly here from scratch and just used his code name because he allowed me to. He gave me the clearance for that, and that's Ms. Dolly's mine.
And I have the opposite. I have Raucus' ship without his clearance.
And she points to the big suit.
And then you rub your chin like, that was what I was supposed to look like?
Not the paint scheme I would have picked.
You fucking what?
We cut back on the drive, and we see Ripper 6, and he's driving, and you're heading through the region kind of nearer to the mech scrap heap. You see just a mountains of destroyed lancers and mechs, ruined mechs of all kinds. There's drones kind of going over them, scanning them for usable parts.
As soon as we enter an area that has like actual things, I'm doing the little invisible parkour man, running over the
robot dodge, right?
rolling over all the little robot scrap heap.
You get a ping. Boop, 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 boop.
Can I answer it in my head without talking out loud?
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah. It's Ripper 6. It's Raucus.
I look over at Ripper 6, Does he look like he's paying attention while he's just driving still?
He's been talking about his Pokemon team for like the last hour, and you fully shut off that. He's talking about his 6. You know, there's 900 million Pokemon now, so like he really is like explaining the benefits of each different.
Okay, he'll be on that for
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
hours.
What a weeb.
It's endearing. He said
like-
one redeeming quality. He really likes Pokemon.
And even that could be a little much. I very clandestinely like tap a button on my arm.
Yeah, this is Resist.
All right, 6. Plan's still on board. All right, you got the lackey.
Yeah, Lackey's right here. Doesn't know a thing.
Good. It looks like they landed over at Blandy's, so you're gonna meet us there. You got heat?
You know I'm always packing. Just, could you remind me what we needed all of it for? This feels excessive.
Well, they blew up the station, 6. Just like we planned, okay? Everything went to shit, exactly like we knew would happen.
Yeah, just like the both of us knew would happen.
If you want to be my squire in this fight, you gotta follow through, alright? Bring them there, get them all together, dump them. Got it?
You got it.
And like in his head, in Kit's head, just like imagine the final Tetris piece that'll clear like a full Tetris. Like boop, boop. Yeah. Why do we need these guns? Got it. Oh. Just like I see what's happening.
And he says, "Hey,
I look behind us just real quick. I look behind me. Are there like a bunch of guns here?
You got 2 mechs. You have your 2 mechs.
Oh, so this ain't like a Tacoma. This is this is like a Gundam transport.
It's a giant space Subaru. But yeah, it's got both your mechs on like a platform that's being pulled. That's like hovering, and then it's attached to the back of the all-terrain vehicle that you're in.
Okay.
My Neo Corolla Cross.
Hang on.
Analog videos, though.
Fuck. Some Algoric just pulled up. Alright, I'm gonna stay nearby and keep eyes on him. Maybe I'll take him from here. Just, we don't want any problems with the Algoric, alright? Just wait until they leave, and then blast that diner with everything you got, okay? Make sure your flunky's in there, too.
Yeah, I'll make sure.
Great.
Get him good.
Okay.
And then like my face visor just sweating, just sweat icons.
When they added in robot type, that's when things got really good.
Yeah, robot. Yeah. So you, sir, you wanted to make sure that was it Mr. Raucous, I think, that you wanted to take his place, right?
Yeah, that's the plan. He's currently considered our best ace over at the megalith, but we both know that's not true.
Okay. Do you like Mr. Raucous, or do you kind of hate him?
Why are you asking me that?
I don't know. Some people, some rubes I met up there, they were talking about Raucous, and I just didn't know if he was someone that people liked or not.
Well, I don't like admitting this, because, I'm kind of an independent businessman, but technically he's my boss. Technically he owns our smuggling industry.
Oh.
But I mean, once I take over, and I'm the ace, and you're my squire, who's to say? What really is a boss? I like to think of us as like a family.
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
Pizza party.
Pizza party.
Yeah, 4 years ago, that was good. That was good. That's the kind of thing I do for you. And
2 large cheese-only pizzas for the entire megalith.
yeah.
That was a good day, sir.
And you're welcome. Hey. Who's looking out for you? And he's like grabs your shoulder a little too hard.
You rise, we rise.
Yeah, I rise, you rise. And you start. that's Kit coming through.
I know what I need to do, but I do not know if I have the heart to see it through.
And you start driving through the scrap heap, just like towering mountains of destroyed mechs as you head towards the sub-ops, kind of off in the distance. You get a locational ping of where Raucus is, which is up on top of a big chunk of ruined mechs. That's just at the edge of the scrap heap to the sub-ops, and he is up there in a sniping mech, like basically a Deadeye kind of mech that he is watching down at the diner in. Okay.
I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be in a mech and just have like some binoculars. Or something, but... All right, that'll make this tougher.
Boop. And we jump back, and we see 3 Lancers, 3 like kitted out Algoric police Lancers. Walking around. One of them has a data pad that has like a hologram piece of paper that flips as he switches pages, and he's like writing down citations and sticking them on the the ship parked in the
just like on the wheel.
One of the other Nelsons kind of walks over and approaches citizens of the Algoric Off-World Station 1 with the owner of the large black illegal spaceship. Please come out of the diner. We'd like to have some words with you. Have your license and second license and third license and registration and sub-registration and sub-registration available, please. And everyone in the office is like,
Zaccheus, you are good at fibbing. I saw it.
she kind of, you hear this as the mech slowly turns towards you.
Well, I was good at fibbing when it came to, how do I want to put this? Half-drunk idiots, and selling what is functionally a fake vacation to them. I don't know about this one, though. Pauline, you got those licenses?
I got the sub, but I haven't finished the sub yet. Buy me 10 minutes, and I'll make that thing legal.
Can I lead or inspire?
This is an order. Please step out of the building immediately. And then you see one of the influencers come out like, "Oh my God, a real Algoric arrest is about to happen! Live stream."
This town used to be something before this festival.
Okay, so these are Algoric ships that are, Algoric mechs.
Yeah. There are three Algoric Nelsons outside, which are like size 1. They're just like a little bit taller than a person, like 10 feet tall, with like long cloaks and lances.
So, the Algoric, do they employ anyone other than humans?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Like cuttlefish?
Like cuttlefish? Okay,
I think because you're a cuttlefish in a fishbowl robot body, I think of everybody here, you stand out immediately as Coven. Like, I don't think you can hide that you're Coven unless you're using, like, holograms or, like, mind control or something, right? Like, people see you and they're like, that is a member of the Coven.
I'll turn to Zaccheus and be like,
I would go. However, I don't think that I blended. My camouflage is not useful here.
For I am an experiment of the algoric. And then, big reveal, the shades come off of my little mech ship, and you see the whole time has been a cuttlefish inside this little mech that's been piloting the big
that's
mech.
You've been keeping that a secret from us too.
As that happens, you see this small, little tomboy kind of poke up. Like from your visor, like this.
Like a fishbowl lens.
No, I would have raised her better than that. There's been a lot of taking in the information that has happened over the last few minutes with Zaccheus, and so he will just.
I apologize for.
No.
I was not sure if I could trust you.
No, you're fine.
However, you do have the coven behind you in all matters
Oh,
now.
I have the coven.
Oh, good.
That's so great.
I have a gang behind me. Cool. The mafia is here.
Can I please read a situation?
Yeah, sure.
I know I lied to you, but the mafia is your friends now.
The mafia is your friends now.
We're not the mafia. We're more like a cult. The cult mafia.
You have Scientology behind you.
Oh,
Goose is right there.
He's right there.
and
okay, so-
am a wild robot.
So the exact text for this says, look for a subtext motive or threat in a situation or person. Often social situations. Use your intuition to learn someone's motivation, learn who's really in charge, or who is about to do something rash or stupid, and get a gut feeling about a situation or person. What I'm really trying to do is learn who's really in charge.
Of the three officers that have approached?
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah, you come out. A 17. Excellent. You come out and actually you see... You're not really familiar with the Algoric necessarily, but I think because their whole thing is being readable, being understandable, and following patterns, each of them has an insignia that denotes their rank, and it's literally 1, 2, and 3. So number 1 is their officer, their lead, the captain of these three troop.
Before I wheel myself out there, can I grab a tray of samplers?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so I'll
Yeah, you know those diner samplers. So you got you.
I have a pot of coffee.
Okay.
There's a big glass tray of pies.
And 3 mugs.
Okay.
And I wheel myself out, and I'll go,
Fine, I will handle it.
and I'll wheel myself out.
You process, I will handle it.
I'll wheel myself out.
Good
Put
afternoon.
the shade back on. The tint, I guess I should say. And I'll go, hello? Could I interest you in a pot of coffee?
Number 2 looks at number 1. Oh, I'm just so thirsty, boss. I would love a pot of coffee. It's like
A whole pot.
all right, but we need to know whose ship this is.
Yes, I have a special VIP booth for you inside, and then I'm contacting the owner of the ship right now to grab all the paperwork that you requested.
2 looks at 1 like, the VIP, the special booth at Blandy's?
At Blandy's, dude.
Blandy's, dude.
It's hard to get into Blandings on account of the busted up roads.
It's a 6-month waiting list. It's extremely...
So exclusive.
The number 2 takes steps back, and then its thing takes a knee, and then the face opens, and down from a crane arm, a Gork officer comes out in a hex grid shield helmet, kind of similar to yours, and then a hard suit. He's got a blaster on his hip, but he doesn't reach for it. He seems pretty relaxed. Number 1 waits a bit, kind of arms crossed, watching to see what happens, but allowing number 2 to be a little out of order. You see actually one of his things clicks on and he's recording, for his report later against his.
Oh
his,
no, not the police cam. I start pouring the pot of coffee and be like,
Would anybody else like a pot of coffee? I could put a little party on top.
I'm just trying to stall for this paperwork right now, and I'm like, I'm like,
I'll have to run back inside to go get the whipped cream and the sprinkles, though.
Well, very well. And then all three of them step down, and they park their mechs over here, and come into the
Get the ship out of the way.
I'm like texting Zaccheus, and I'm like, I'm holding them off, but where's this paperwork?
You know, I've always wanted to come into Blandy's. Like, this place is just, it's so charming, and wow. It's really, honestly, like, you're lucky. You're lucky to work here.
The owner does a very good job keeping the retro atmosphere.
So, there's people. And he motions back to a table, which is like a hot pink table that looks like a 50s car, but like the sci-fi version.
Mm-hmm. How many people are in it?
Oh, darn. There's 6. There's 6 people.
I apologize. There seems to be a
Darn
miscommunication.
it. Dang it.
And Cece
So
wheels
mad.
up towards the booth,
Okay.
and she goes,
Get out! Get out of the booth!
A young woman with a halo of hair that kind of ties up back like this. Very Padme, Star Wars. She kind of leans forward. Like, we specially reserved this booth. It's gonna be my last time before I have to leave. I can't. Isn't there something you can do? And then she sends you. She beams into you like a bunch of money. X amount of money because it's this post-scarcity era.
Whatever it is needed.
A lot of money.
do I know who she is? Just from, like,
Do you?
posters and-
Let's see. Give me another read of situation.
Just
Cost $10,000 at a waitress.
at a diner on the freeway.
17.
You do know who she is. She is extremely important, and actually, as you're looking, you see that most of the influencers are kind of like, yeah, my gruel paste is so good, and then kind of like lifting the phone over to her. This is the heiress Amala of the Algoric Shield World 1. She's the daughter of the mayor of Shield World 1. Off-World 1. And she is like an extreme celebrity. Basically a princess. And she has been announced just very recently, and you actually see her in an interview on the TV, to be the one who is going to pick the 3 that will be representing the different stations for who gets to fight the mech and become the aces of their faction.
And I gotta blow this.
So let me make sure that Quinn has her facts correct. Okay. Does Cece know that Raucus is trying to become the ace? No, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. But the Coven is probably going to want to try and become the ace.
There's an ace for each of the 3 factions.
Yeah,
so,
it's okay.
So the Coven will have its own ace, which they'll handle. They'll probably put forth somebody and she'll pick them. Or, like the Coven doesn't really play they don't care about their princess, really. But she technically, like within the Pulse River Festival and this big event, she is the one who gets to pick who the 3 will be that represent their factions. So she's very, very important. Even though the Coven kind of doesn't really play along, they do,
Yes.
It's one of those public secrets,
right?
It's
It's
like
cool. Yeah,
yeah.
boo-boo. It's like, this is kind of lame, but like also kind of cool.
Yeah, but we kind of. I mean, we do have an ace. Maybe you could pick this guy.
I guess we can swing by prom for like 5 minutes.
I will tell you that as of now, you know that probably it would be either Tank or Granny as the 2 best pilots in the Coven.
We can't run a tank so soon.
Why? What's
Why not?
He's scary as hell. That's why.
I need a better robot.
I need to level up.
So I'm hitting a brain wall. However, I do also have Lead or Inspire as a skill that I would love to try and use to manipulate this girl, like, get out of the damn booth. Or even, okay, so the people that she's with, Are they just like normies / other influencers?
They are entourage, but you think that there's probably other celebrities amongst them.
Okay, perfect. I will look at her and I will go,
I'm so sorry. I wasn't looking when I had initially asked you that. Do you have bodyguards, or are you here by yourself?
Oh, well, I try to not... I don't want the people of the sub-ops to think that I'm, feel like I'm in danger when I'm visiting.
I don't think bodyguards are an indicative of danger. You were just being
Well, I
extra
do.
safe.
They're actually orbital right now watching us from space.
Oh, but nothing on the ground? What if something were to happen right now?
Well,
There are Algoric soldiers right here that are able to offer you assistance.
Are there? Are there? Great. Cool.
Well,
okay. Well,
perhaps maybe if you don't want them to be your bodyguards, you could send them away.
and she'll lean over and whisper, "Send them away."
She kind of leans into you and it's like, "Can I be honest with you?
Absolutely.
I don't get to get out a lot,
I
especially
bet.
out here to the sub-ops, and I hardly ever... It took a lot to get me out of the shield. I had to fund this entire, crazy thing going on up on the satellite. I'm sure you saw the explosion.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yeah, just to slip away, and get some time to myself.
Oh my God.
Before... So, I probably sent by my father to come try and find me.
Yuck.
Yeah, and so I'm afraid if I go out and tell them to go away, then it'll have the exact opposite effect, and then more will come.
Is there some way that I can send them away that you could think of that maybe would not throw you under the bus?
The Valley Girl comes out.
Oh my God,
The filter.
You are so real for that.
Oh my God, I'm so at you.
I mean, maybe a big crazy distraction, something else for them. I mean, that ship just landed outside.
I'll text Zaccheus when she says, "Hold that thought." I'll text Zaccheus and I'll say, "Do we need the ship?" Question mark.
I'll get that, and I'll be like, it would actually be great if we got rid of it.
I'm done. I finished the flyers. All done. That thing is now legally and officially ours.
What if you send us on
Fantastic.
autopilot away?
And I'll check the licenses. Do they all say my name?
They all say your name.
Okay.
Yeah. That is legally
assuming
your ship, and I already entered the data into the data bank, so they already have all that information.
Oh no.
Interesting.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Your welcome will be wonderful, because now wherever that ship goes, everyone will say, "There goes Zaccheus' ship. That belongs to my brother Zaccheus. All yours, and you have me to thank for it."
Oh God.
Just
Why are you looking at me like that?
why are you getting so sweaty?
Well, it's
Would the owner of the ship please step outside?
I'll turn to the heiress and I'll go,
I'll be right back.
Oh, cool.
I'll turn to the
Wait, darling. What's your name?
You can call me.
what's Zaccheus' last name?
Dunbar.
Dunbar.
And then I'll wheel myself away.
Literally, that's my daughter's name.
You're jeopardizing his daughter.
Am I jeopardizing her? I thought I was helping
Annabelle.
her. She's gonna be Eris's bestie. What are you talking about? Okay, fine.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
She'll lean close to
The heiress.
the heiress
Amala.
and she'll go,
You don't need to know my name. Just know that I'm a good friend.
and I'll
Mysterious.
I'm not gonna leave her with anything. I'll just give her a little wink. Maybe
How?
I'll give her a little gun.
She's like the visor goes up and a cuttlefish appears on a window. It goes, and then it goes.
Okay, can I text her or comms her or whatever?
Yeah,
If there's
yeah.
a public thing, can I text her an emoji of a
wink?
cuttlefish?
Yeah,
Hey, what's your
sure.
snap?
I will follow you on Instagram.
Sure. She follows you back on Space Instagram, and suddenly your following went from like 10 in the Clanimals to like 900 million. Like,
I'll say, oh fuck.
A million.
And then I'll go, I'll turn around to the Algoric police and I'll go, my mistake. This was completely my bad, but I will give you your coffees anyway at the bar. And I'll
Darn it,
on the house.
dang it! Darn
On the house. And I'll make their coffees and say, I believe the paperwork is ready. I text Zaccheus and go, hello, what's going on?
I'm gonna take these licenses. And is Annabelle in the room with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're in the back room, the office room.
Okay. I'm gonna kneel down and I'm gonna cup her face. And I'm gonna be like, Annabelle, Daddy's gonna go have a conversation with some Algoric officers, all right? Now,
Papa, you're not gonna get in trouble, are you?
Well,
Do you want me to hide the grenades?
Yes, please hide the grenades, Lugnut, all right?
What was that?
Now,
what was that? Somebody, what was it just said back there?
don't worry about that. I'm coming out. Just give me 1 second. Stay here with Auntie. No matter what you hear, I got this all under control. I am lying to my daughter.
Yeah, your sister looks at you like, but over her, like, what is happening?
I'll stand back up.
She kind of to you like pulls you close, puts her head on your shoulder, and says, "You know, I met a lot of men in my life, but I've never met nobody with worse luck than you, Zaccheus."
Let's make sure she doesn't run in the family. All right.
Just don't do anything stupid, okay?
I'm not sure that's an option anymore.
Picks up 2 pots of coffee and she follows you out. And Lugnut kind of sits on the couch and like pulls out her iPad.
3DS.
I'm playing Pokemon 85 Z-67825.
Ooh, what nature is your Schmegblow?
Oh, I hate Schmegblow.
No, Schmegblow's good. His evolution is Schmargblow.
Hey everyone, you might have noticed that this episode is a little bit shorter than normal. That is because we are trying out a new format where we record one big long session and break that session up into 1 hour uploads. The episodes will be a little bit shorter, but this does mean that I'll be able to upload more frequently and have a backlog of episodes just in case we are unable to record for whatever reason. So we appreciate your understanding, and as always, please like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos so far in the campaign. It really goes a long way towards helping us grow as a channel, if for no other reason other than it makes us feel good. All right, have a nice evening.